Hello, good day. My name is Elliot, and today I want to explore some movement through our torso, getting towards our hips, and a little bit towards the shoulders. Okay? So, starting in a tabletop, find your hands and knees. As you find your hands and knee space, you're going to spread your palms, fingers spread wide, your knees under your hips, hands under your shoulders, and then taking our cat and cow, so flexion and extension through the spine. So you want to start with your hips and work your way up the spinal space towards the neck. So when you breathe out, your hips or your tailbone is going to point towards your heels, finding flexion through the lower part of the spine. Then you're going to push through your palms around your shoulders, bring your chin towards the chest, bring your navel in towards the spine as you breathe out. And when you breathe in, moving with your hips first, you're going to lift your tailbone away from the heels. Then you're going to push through your palms, lift your heart, and then look forward as you lift your chin, bringing your neck to a neutral space or extended space through the neck, but your chin is parallel with the floor. Then you're going to breathe out, move with your hips first, round the shoulders, breathe out, taking flexion. And you can allow yourself to go between the two. Protraction of the shoulders as you bring your chin to your chest, and retraction of the shoulders as you lift your chin away from the chest. Just take your time between those two. If you want to move through your lower body as well, you can take some hip oscillations or mini hip circles, moving your hips in a circular way, keeping the upper body in a still space, so just pressing through your knees and allowing yourself to move through your hips as comfortably as your space allows for. And allow yourself to observe where you are with your spinal space. If you need to adjust your hand space to help you explore that space, that's fine too. And be sure to go in the opposite direction. Gently exploring your hips in the reverse for yourself. If you want to explore the upper torso, you can keep your shoulders rounded in cat, and then you're going to lead with your left shoulder to the front of the mat as you look underneath the left shoulder. Then you're going to stay rounded with the shoulders, lead the right shoulder to shift to the front, looking under the right shoulder. And you can do 2 to 3 rounds in the same light, exploring that upper back behind the shoulders. And then you can return to the center and take extension yet again. And then coming back to flexion, exploring in the same light as you did again. Then when you're ready from there, we're going to go ahead and bring ourselves towards a thoracic twist. So we're going to rotate and find some mobility of space through the mid-spine. So we're going to bring I'll use the left elbow first. So left hand behind the left ear. Make sure you have your alignments of your foundation underneath you. And you're going to rotate that left shoulder towards the sky as you breathe out. And then you're going to breathe in to breathe out. Rotate over. So breathe in, open, and find length. And then exhale, cross and open. Inhale, opening, finding length of space as you rotate. And then bringing yourself back down. 2 to 5 rounds or 3 to 5 rounds for yourself here. After you've completed that space, if you want to take this into a static hold, you can bring your left arm all the way up. Actually, I'll flip it around so you can see. So with your left arm all the way up, you're going to cross your left arm under the right shoulder. Make sure that the distance of your forearm and thigh are at its most. So you want to slide this left arm behind your right wrist. And then you're going to bend through the right elbow, lowering your left shoulder, and then lowering your head space right there. Now, you can rest your arm right in front of your face like this, or you can extend your arm towards the front. You can keep your right hand in front of the face. You can extend up towards the sky. You can bring it behind the back if you choose. Now, be mindful of your hips. You don't want to compress the side you're rotating towards, because if your right hip is coming up towards your shoulder, your hips are not straight. So you need to adjust and rotate your hips clockwise in this current space. Your left arm's under the right shoulder, so that when you bring the right hip back, it allows you to find more space along that left hip space, or decompress in the space because you're in a neutral position with the lower part of the spine. Okay. Then after your next breath from there, you're going to go ahead and bring your right hand in front of the face, press to the right palm, reopen, full breath in, and then exhale, come down. Switching to the other side, right hand behind the right ear, opening up with your right elbow, then breathing out, crossing underneath. Reopen again as you breathe in, breathing out, crossing underneath. And again, this is just allowing yourself to find some dynamic space and exploration through the spinal column, allowing yourself to get more comfortable in this rotating space. Especially if you feel uncomfortable through the rear side of the neck, this is really nice to help reset the trap space, where the traps go around or along the spinal column of the upper neck or lower part of the neck. So when you open and you squeeze the shoulder towards the center line, it's going to help you relieve that upper and lower neck. And when you're ready from there, you're going to go ahead and open up again. And this time, actually, go to this way. And taking your right hand, cross it underneath it through towards the left side. I'm going to go ahead and bring your right ear down. Now, if you feel as if your right shoulder is not getting to the floor, you can actually use a body pillow, a regular pillow, anything to go under your shoulder, so that when you go down, that pillow will bring the ground closer to you, so you don't feel as if you're rounding the shoulders or dumping here. You want to keep yourself as elongated as you can. Okay? We'll take at least 2 to 3 breaths from here, and then modify around, explore through your space, find what feels the best to you. And again, make sure that this front hip is drawn back so that your hips are squared on both ends. And then whenever you're ready from there, go ahead and bring your left hand in front of your face, remove and reopen again, and back down. All right, so to reset through our knees real quickly and extend through our legs, taking ourselves towards our downward facing dog. Just use the traction, make sure you have traction underneath you. And you can pedal it out, explore your toes, explore the feet, the arches, the ankles. And then when you're ready from here, if you like, you can take a 3-legged dog, bringing that right leg up, and you can reach, or if that feels too uncomfortable to start right now, you can allow yourself to, from tabletop, extend the right leg behind, stepping your right foot forward and through. As we step forward and through from here, we're going to go ahead and let ourselves take it into a low lunge position. So you're going to guide the hips forward, push through your right foot, lift through your chest, have your hips in line with your knee. So really try to squeeze the knee and heel in towards the center to help elevate through your hips. And then we're going to reach our arms up towards the sky, engage and flex through the left glute to protect the lower back as you find yourself into extension. You can bring your arms to full extension up, or you can bring your elbows to 90 degrees as you breathe out. And breathe in to re-lengthen. Exhale, bring your hands down. And then you can bring your right hand on the inside of the right ankle. And And once you've arrived there, just go ahead and move with your shoulders left or right. Exploring the hip space along both the outer and inner hip. And just make sure that your right foot is skewed slightly externally. This is a lizard pose position as far as our leg orientation and hand position goes. And after a breath 2 from here, I'm going to go ahead and gently slide that right leg to go back, going towards the opposite side. Same as before, you can take three-legged dog if that's comfortable for you. Reaching with the left leg. And then allow yourself to step forward and through. Right foot down or right knee down. Same as before, lifting your chest away from your left thighs, squeezing through your left heel and your right knee towards the center. Lifting through the chest, bringing your arms up, taking your extended space. And when you're ready from there, inhale, re-lengthen. You're going to bring your hands on the inside of your left leg this time. And as you guide the hips forward, pressing through your palms, pressing through your lead left foot, and then moving through your shoulders right to left. Trying to keep your heart lifted, or finding your spine in extension to help you find that length of space across the right hip flexor, and to help you get in towards the left inner groin space along the left hip. And when you're ready from there, go ahead and gently slide the left leg to go back. And then taking our child's pose from here. Going ahead and sitting the hips towards the heels, bringing your arms in extension, forehead down. And in child's pose, you want to try to find neutrality through the spine. Your shoulders are rounded. Try to lift your chest towards your chin to flatten the surface through the upper back. And then when you're ready from there, taking ourselves to tabletop, going towards something called puppy dog stretch. And that's going to allow ourselves to take an upper torso extension. When you're ready, you're going to find placement for your knees under your hips. Your hands are going to sprawl forward, but placement of the head is most important. So you have your forehead and the crown of the head. You want to go right in between those two edges. Once you find your placement, and then you're going to sprawl your arms comfortably forward, whether in an I shape or Y shape, and then allowing yourself to descend the torso down so you can squeeze your elbows and knees to the center to help you find more lift with your chest. And depending on how you feel with your neck, you can chin stand here. So if that's too aggressive for your neck, you can return back to the edge of the head at any time. And take 2 more breaths for yourself here, or as long as you'd like. And then when you're ready from there, you're going to go ahead and gently slide your hands underneath the shoulders. And bring ourselves towards our seated position. And as we arrive here, we're going to reach nice and tall as you breathe in, lift the chin, follow the palms with your eyes, and then bring your chin to chest as you exhale. Thank you again for sharing this space and being here amongst yourself. Continue on with the continuity of your efforts and all that you choose to do. And thus, until next time, namaste.